Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Before the Golden Bachelorette Season 1 lead, Joan Vassos, rose to fame. She worked as a school administrator, but is she still holding that role amid her drastic lifestyle changes? 62-year-old Joan is from Rockville, Maryland, and got her original celebrity from appearing in the Golden Bachelor Season 1, where she competed against 21 other Golden women to win lead Jerry Turner's heart. Joan left the competition early due to a family emergency involving her daughter, but she made a lasting impression on viewers and was ultimately chosen as the lead for the Golden Bachelorette Season 1. Joan had 24 Golden men vying for her love in Season 1, but had obvious frontrunner all along. Joan was fond of Pascal Advait, Guy Gansert, and Chalk Chapel, but Chalk was the man who Joan felt herself connected to much more than the others. Chalk proposed to Joan in the final rose ceremony, and the pair have been engaged since Season 1 finished filming in July 2024. The happy-looking couple have a long-distance relationship that requires a lot of sacrifice. But behind the scenes is the question of whether Joan is still keeping up with her old professional life. Joan lived a normal life before Golden fame. Joan seems to have been made for the spotlight. She is extremely telegenic, well-spoken, and a great role model not only for those looking for love in their sunset years, but to the masses in general. Joan has shown herself to be a considerate, adaptable, fun-loving, and honest person, which has elevated her status in the public eye. Joan is a reality TV celebrity now, having been the face of Bachelor Nation until the Golden Bachelor Season 2's Mel Owens was announced as the lead. Despite not being the main Bachelor Nation face anymore, Joan is still a popular figure. But before her reality TV celebrity, Joan lived a normal life and very much enjoyed the nuclear family aspects of her life. Joan met her late husband, Joan Vassos, when she was 20 and he was 21. The pair fell in love and connected on family, and Joan has relayed that they had a wonderful life together, welcoming 4 children. Sadly, Joan died in 2021 of pancreatic cancer after 32 years of marriage to Joan. Joan's mom, 92-year-old Mary de Kramer, was the former matriarch of her family, but that role has been passed on to Joan. Joan endeavors to organize weekly family dinners. She stated on the Golden Bachelorette that she wanted someone who would fit into her life and understand that her family was her #1 priority. Outside the importance of family and motherhood, Joan has been a professional her whole life, and her career has held significance. Does Joan still work as a school administrator? In Joan's professional life before entering Bachelor Nation, she was in school administration and alumni relations and annual giving for Landon School in Bethesda, Maryland. Joan was promoted to this role in 2021. According to Joan's LinkedIn, her role there is an on-site job. Joan was also self-employed as an interior designer with Metropolitan Interiors LLC when she joined the Golden Bachelor. On her LinkedIn, Joan lists both jobs as something she is doing presently still, as there is no end date for either job. However, it seems unlikely that Joan would be able to keep either job in a full-time capacity due to her bustling new lifestyle in the public eye and all the professional opportunities that has afforded her. Joan is an influencer now. If Joan is keeping either of the jobs she had before her Golden fame, it's a hidden fact. These days, Joan presents herself as an influencer and content creator, after having amassed 196,000 followers on Instagram, which is the main social media platform she uses. Joan is dedicated to growing her following and providing her fans with updates, promotions, and inside looks at her life every day. Joan has partnered with many different brands over the last year, and her niches seem to be with skincare and vitamins. Moreover, on the content creation side of her social media activity, Joan loves to do Outfit of the Day (OOTD) posts, as many of her followers are interested in her impeccable fashion choices. Cooking is another niche of Joan's. Joan's life as a grandmother also makes its way frequently onto her page, as she is dedicated to her role. Joan uses her Instagram stories as well as her page feed to post about her promotions and brand partnerships. The final and biggest part of Joan's Instagram activity and persona has to do with her relationship with Chalk. Chalk and Joan are together a lot, and they love letting fans in on how their relationship functions and how they endeavor to stay committed to one another. Joan's influencer lifestyle is directly tied to her relationship with Chalk and time in the franchise, so it would make sense that Chalk would be an integral part. Joan has to juggle her relationship with Chalk and her responsibilities. Joan's lifestyle has changed drastically since she became a reality TV icon from her time in the Golden franchise. Her old professional life in administration and interior design seems to have taken a backseat to her new priorities with her influencer and content creation careers. This means her new lifestyle is directly impacting her old responsibilities. It appears impossible for Joan to juggle keeping her old professional life with her new professional influencer lifestyle because there simply aren't enough hours in the day. Where Joan's focus has been with developing her relationship with Chalk while showcasing how that's going. Joan and Chalk are still in a long-distance relationship, so she is constantly traveling because of it. The Golden Bachelorette brought Joan the new life she has now, and there is not room for her old life and professional responsibilities to be at the center of her reality anymore. Joan could be working either of her previous jobs remotely, but it's uncertain if she is, given how spread thin Joan Vassos was announced as the Golden Bachelorette. America fell in love all over again. The 61-year-old widow from Maryland captivated hearts with her grace, poise, and undeniable charm on The Golden Bachelor, where she initially exited the show early to be with her family. But now, with the lead role in the newest spinoff, fans are asking one very specific question. Is Joan still working as a school administrator amid all these sudden and drastic lifestyle changes? The short answer? Not exactly. The full answer? Let's just say Joan's life looks nothing like it did before reality TV turned her world upside down. Chapter 1. Joan's life before reality TV. Before the glitz, the roses, and the cameras, Joan Vassos lived a life defined by quiet service. A beloved school administrator at a public high school in Rockville, Maryland, Joan was the heart of her academic community. For over 2 decades, she served students, teachers, and parents with a passion that was unmistakable. She was the one who organized homecomings. She was the one who sat down with struggling teens and reminded them of their worth. She was the one who never forgot a staff birthday, always bringing in a handwritten card. But more than that, Joan Vassos was a mother, a grandmother, and a widow. After losing her husband to pancreatic cancer, Joan leaned heavily on work and family to heal. Her role at the school gave her a sense of structure and purpose. It was never just a job, it was her calling. Chapter 2. Her unexpected exit from the Golden Bachelor. When Joan joined the Golden Bachelor, no one expected the soft-spoken administrator to walk away so soon. After only a few episodes, she tearfully told Bachelor Jerry Turner that she had to return home for family reasons. What fans didn't know then was that Joan had received an emergency call from her daughter, who had just given birth and was struggling with severe postpartum depression. Joan's motherly instinct kicked in, and she flew home the next morning. But that choice? It changed everything. Chapter 3. Why ABC chose Joanne as the Golden Bachelorette. When ABC started casting the Golden Bachelorette, they were looking for more than just someone single and over 60. They were looking for a story, a woman with depth, a woman who embodied strength, sacrifice, and elegance. They found that in Joan. In interviews with producers, it became clear Joan never truly got her shot. America wanted more. Women saw themselves in her. Men admired her loyalty and selflessness. And more than anything, she was real. When ABC called her and asked if she was ready to take center stage this time, Joan hesitated. Could she walk away from her life, from her career, from the students she'd nurtured for so long? Ultimately, her answer was yes, but not without conditions. Chapter 4. Joan's professional exit, a shock to the school community. Joan Vassos' departure from the school system stunned her community. She didn't even tell anyone she was filming, said one colleague. We all found out through social media. In reality, Joan had taken a temporary leave of absence during the Golden Bachelor, hoping she could return quietly. But when she was announced as the Golden Bachelorette, the option to return became nearly impossible. In a heartfelt email sent to staff and students, Joan explained her decision. My heart will always be here, but I've been given an opportunity to show that love after 60 is still possible. I hope you understand that I'm following my heart, not just for me, but for every woman who feels like her story isn't over. Her resignation sparked mixed emotions. Some praised her bravery. Others whispered about the publicity. But regardless of opinion, one thing was clear: Joan was gone, and she wasn't coming back to the same life. Chapter 5. A whole new world. The lifestyle shift that shows key fans. Almost overnight, Joan Vassos went from organizing PTA meetings to attending red carpets. Red carpets? Publicists? Brand deals? Yes, you read that right. As the Golden Bachelorette, Joan's entire lifestyle underwent a dramatic overhaul. She now splits her time between Los Angeles and Maryland. She signed with a major talent agency, and according to sources close to the show, she's negotiating book and podcast deals centered on aging, grief, and empowerment. Her once simple days are now filled with glam squads, fittings, and interviews. She's also reportedly been approached by several major fashion houses for collaborations centered around mature women's style. And she's not shying away from the spotlight. Chapter 6. I'm still me, Joan tells her fans. Despite her new lifestyle, Joan insists she's grounded. In a recent Instagram live session, she addressed the rumors that fame had changed her eye. Might wear more mascara now, but I'm still Joan. I still fold laundry. I still watch Jeopardy. I still cry when my granddaughter shows me her art projects. That hasn't changed and never will. Still, the shift in her routine is undeniable. No more 6:30 a.m. alarm clocks. No more faculty meetings. Instead, Joan's mornings now start with sunrise yoga on a California rooftop and end with wine tastings at industry mixers. It's a far cry from high school hallways, but Joan is embracing every second. Chapter 7. Did Joan ever plan to go back to her old job? Interestingly, sources say Joan initially intended to return to her school job after the Golden Bachelor. In fact, she reportedly declined early offers for speaking gigs and brand sponsorships to preserve her professional reputation. But once ABC officially cast her as the Golden Bachelorette, the choice was made for her. The exposure was too great, a former coworker revealed. Parents and students started flooding her inbox. She couldn't walk through the grocery store without getting recognized. Joan realized that the window had closed, not out of ego, but out of practicality. Still, she's never ruled out returning to education in some form. A teaching podcast? A scholarship foundation? Joan's wheels are turning. Chapter 8. Life After Love. What Joan hopes her story repeats and tis. Joan has been incredibly transparent about the loneliness that came after her husband's death. I didn't think I would ever find love again, she shared in a recent interview. But then I remembered, I'm still alive, and if I'm alive, I can love. Her journey on the Golden Bachelorette is about more than romance. It's about reinvention, about showing that life doesn't have an expiration date. She hopes that women over 50, 60, 70, even 80 will watch her and think, Why not me too? Chapter 9. The Man or Men Who Stole Her Heart. While ABC is staying tight-lipped, there are swirling rumors that Joan does find love on her season. Multiple sources suggest she connects deeply with not one, but two contestants, and the emotional stakes are high. She struggles between comfort and chemistry, one producer teased. It's not an easy choice. Joan herself hinted at the intensity of filming, saying, "This was harder than I thought it would be. I didn't expect to feel this deeply." Whether or not she ends the show engaged, insiders say Joan's confidence and joy are magnetic, regardless of outcome. Chapter 10. What's next for Joanne? With the show airing this fall, Joan Vassos is preparing for another round of media frenzy. And while she's not returning to school administration, she is teaching in a whole new way. Joan has partnered with a nonprofit focused on women's education and is scheduled to launch a mentorship program aimed at empowering older women re-entering the workforce. She's also in talks to host a dating advice segment on a morning show, and there's even buzz about her possibly joining Dancing with the Stars. From administrator to national sweetheart to reality royalty, Joan's journey is only beginning. Consigliere, a new kind of educator. So is Joan Vassos still working as a school administrator? No, but she's educating millions in a different way. Her new lifestyle is glamorous, yes, but it's also meaningful. Her decisions inspire, her words uplift. Her presence challenges outdated notions about age, grief, and what it means to start over. The golden rose she holds isn't just symbolic, it's a crown, and Joan Vassos, she's wearing it with grace. Stay tuned, because the Golden Bachelorette isn't just a show, it's a movement, and Joan Vassos is its fearless leader.